Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Today we will be presenting our project for Dynamic 201. We are group 9, Amir al-Sulami, myself, and Abdurrahman al-Shammari, Abdullah al-Daghaithir. Our project talk about the analysis of the dynamics of motorcycles, especially while turning. To start with, we all notice how motorcycles lean when they take a turn. We will study the dynamics behind it and why it is important. The main objective is to understand the behavior of this lean and how the driver can manage it. The turning dynamics of motorcycle mainly depend on the torque. So we will talk about the zero net torque for turning the motorcycle, the torque in the handlebar, and finally the roll angle and the driving style. As you can see in the picture in the left, if you consider this diagram with the driver going to the left of the screen, the friction will be also to the left. The fake force, which is the force that is opposite to the center of the rotation, will be to the opposite side. If we consider the net force, the forces on X will be equal to 0, and also the forces on Y, the weight and the normal force, will equal to 0. That will achieve balance. But when we consider the torque, the friction and the fake force will make a torque toward the right side, but the weight and the normal force will cancel each other. But if the driver take a lean toward the turn, as you can see, the weight will shift to the left. So now the weight and the normal force can produce a torque that is opposite to the previous torque. So he can manage to make them equal and balance the bike.
Okay, torque in the handlebar. To have a motorcycle more turnable, it's needed that the rider feels the lowest possible force on the handlebar. So, if the torque is always the same, we need to increase the distance between the axis of steering and the point in which the rider applies the force on his arm. It's very typical in sport bikes that the rider can set the angle of the handlebar. So it's normal that they increase this value when they have a nervous motorcycle. Okay, and roll angle, the motorbike in steady rotation is subjected to a recovery moment produced by the centrifugal force that tends to return the motorcycle to a vertical position, and to a tilting moment generated by the force of weight that tends to increase the inclination of the motorcycle or the angle of roll. As seen in the graph, the effective angle of roll is the sum of the ideal roll angle and the rolling angle increase.
Okay, the driving style, the motorcycle roll angle on turn is influenced in a significant way by the rider's driving style. By the leaning with respect to the vehicle, the rider changed the position of center of gravity with respect to the motorcycle. The following picture illustrates the possible situation. For situation A, if the rider remains with respect to the chase, the center of gravity of the motorcycle rider system is remain the center, as you see here. But the situation B, when the rider move his head to up and also the center of gravity move up, this maybe will cause a little bit fall, and maybe he have some difficulty to take a turn. Also in situation C, the rider move his neck down and his body also, and the center of gravity move down, and this maybe cause a fall to the bike, and he have difficulty to make a turn. But in situation D, the rider move near to the bike, and the center of gravity remain in the center, and this position the best way to driving style. In the conclusion, finally, we can understand the behavior of the motorcycle and how affect each of the parent in it. Also, the feeling of the rider on the motorcycle depends on the force that the rider must apply in the handlebar to take the desired path. Also, we did understand how the motorcycle frame and geometry. Thank you for listening.